As the world's largest professional networking site, it's important to make a great first impression on LinkedIn because you never know, your ideal client might just be ready to meet you there. But because LinkedIn is a professional networking site and not just another social media platform, we not only want to make a good first impression, but we also want people to take us seriously. Have you ever had a new restaurant that's opened near you and you go to their website only to find that there's no website yet? It's still under development. You were hoping to see the menu and maybe some photos of what the new venue is like so that you can make a judgment on whether to take your family there at the weekend. So you think maybe the website will come in time. Let's check social media. So you check social and either you find no account or you find an account with no posts and 10 followers. You look on Google reviews next and you see that it's got a 1-star review from one person. Not ideal, and it doesn't really tell you very much. And then in a last ditch attempt, you decide to do a drive-by just in case. But you find the outside paintwork is crumbling, the lights aren't on, and there's no menu outside. It just feels flat. This restaurant could be amazing. It might have the most delicious food and have the most amazing atmosphere once you're inside. But on the outside, all you're seeing is, well, nothing. And this means you're not going to take this new opening seriously. I certainly would rather spend my money elsewhere on something I was more certain of what I'd get for my money. And it's the same with LinkedIn. What does your shopfront look like on LinkedIn? Can people find you? Are you making a good first impression? Are you instilling confidence in your products and services? I see too many LinkedIn users making some common mistakes, which, if changed, could make a huge difference to people taking them seriously on LinkedIn, meaning they're much more likely to find new clients and grow their business. So in today's video, I'm going to run through these 5 common mistakes so that you can make sure you're not making them and that you're showing everyone the amazing business that you've worked hard to create. So let's get this countdown started. Number 5, having no profile photo. Just this weekend, I was looking to connect with someone I had met at an online conference, but when I found them, or at least I think I found them, there was no profile photo. And that's exactly the first problem. No photo means people can't find you easily. And if you're too hard to find, people will give up. But a photo also helps to make a great first impression. Think about the contrast between a grayed out circle background with a coat hanger looking person icon and a clear photo of a person you've met smiling back at you. I don't know about you, but when I come across accounts with no profile photo, my instant reaction is that this person isn't invested in being on LinkedIn. It's not a place they're prioritizing. And in fact, it might even be a profile that they've set up years ago and they've been dormant on LinkedIn ever since. It's therefore not a place I can build a professional relationship with them. And so I'm completely put off. So if you don't have a profile photo, go and add one now. Make it a head and shoulders shot with a nice friendly smile, and it will make a huge difference to making a good first impression when someone looks to connect with you on LinkedIn. Number 4, not having a professional profile. So whilst we're talking of profiles, it's not just the profile photo that means someone will take you seriously. It's actually the whole profile and how it's been put together. If you've heard about someone, for example, in hypnotherapy, and that they're really great at what they do, and you go to their profile and there's nothing on there about hypnotherapy, that person instantly loses credibility. It's also important to make sure that your profile is updated regularly. This shows that you're invested in LinkedIn and that you're giving the most current and up-to-date information to your audience, which is what they're going to expect from your profile. And keeping your profile up to date doesn't take long at all. In fact, I spend just 25 minutes a day on LinkedIn, which includes keeping my profile up to date. I actually did a video on how to spend just 25 minutes a day on LinkedIn. So if you're interested, I'll link it in the comments below and so that you can go and check it out. So does your profile make the reader feel known and understood? Can they tell that it's a profile written for connection and to serve them? Here's some of my top tips for keeping your profile up to date. So firstly, have a custom profile URL. Next, don't use the default job title as your headline description. Write your own headline about who it is that you work with and the difference that you make to them. You could also include a banner image and write a summary that really speaks to your ideal client. Number 3, lurking. Lurking on LinkedIn is so common, and it stems from people not feeling confident to engage and not creating content. But as the content creator, I'm thinking, what's so scary about leaving a comment on my post? Am I that frightening? I'm creating content because I want to engage with you. I want to learn more about you so that I can serve you better. There's no better way of making a great first impression with me than to leave a nice comment on my post. The other problem with lurking is that you'll have no activity logged on your profile, which again shows to others that you're not really present. You're not really here to make connections, and of course we don't want that. If you're feeling unconfident on LinkedIn, firstly, know that you're not alone. It's completely natural. You're on your own journey, but I would really encourage you to start liking and commenting on other people's content. It's a great way to build up your profile and to start building connections before you start embarking on posting your original content. Number 2, bad comments. Now we're really getting into that nitty-gritty stuff on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has been designed to encourage positive behavior, for professionals to act professionally and to build each other up and to learn from one another. So just like you wouldn't want to be a bully in the workplace, don't be a bully on LinkedIn. When you engage on other people's content, it represents your personal brand, and it's what I call a digital handshake to their connections. By leaving a comment, you're leaving behind your profile photo, your name, your headline, and your comment. It's never anonymous to leave a comment. Of course, you can and should share insights and thoughts and opinions, but LinkedIn isn't the platform to shame or strike down or to diminish or bully others. And as a bit of a heads up, whenever you leave a comment on other people's content, it's logged on the activity section of your profile. If you're repeatedly leaving negative, damaging, or hurtful comments, it will actually do your reputation on LinkedIn more damage than the other content creators. Anyone who looks at your profile won't get a good impression, and it's unlikely that they're going to want to work with somebody who comes across in that way. So my advice is to use the platform to build up, to encourage, to learn, and to inspire. If there's something you really want to discuss with someone, then, and I say discuss, not criticize, then take it into a private message where you can really have a conversation about it. And the old saying still goes, if you don't have anything nice to say, it's probably best not to say anything at all. And number 1, not being consistent. My number 1 thing for getting people to take you seriously on LinkedIn is to be consistent. If you're not consistent, ultimately, people will forget you. But if you are consistent, you're building up your brand awareness and you're educating others on your products and services, and hopefully you're showing the results that your clients are getting from working with you. Also, a lack of consistency means you're not building professional relationships. We've all been to a face-to-face networking group, and we've experienced those members who don't turn up very regularly, and we tend to have much weaker relationships with those in the group who don't turn up regularly. But on the flip side, those who turn up week after week, we get to know them really well. It's just the way it goes. So there's the 5 common mistakes I see LinkedIn users making, which means people won't take them seriously. I believe that you have an incredible business that you've worked really hard for, and LinkedIn is the perfect platform to showcase it and to build those professional connections. So take action and make sure you're making a great first impression on the platform.